So before we get going, let's just remind all of you, please give these runners a follow.
Absolutely, guys. Follow these runners. In the chest in Link's house, we've got explosives. So everyone, in case you haven't seen this before, this is open mode. Open mode starts with Zelda already rescued, and the runners can start at either the sanctuary or Link's house. They are not guaranteed a sword from the uncle, so there may be a very long stretch of time in that the runners don't have an actual sword, but still find a weapon nonetheless.
Kenny is heading out towards the back side, going into Uncle the back way. Arius is setting up a houlihan.
So the houlihan room is, if I understand it correctly, an error room that you kind of are dumped into if the game isn't entirely sure where you're supposed to be. That occurs when you have basically thrown the game's access off of its tilt, if I understand it correctly. Either way, that's a one-time room full of 225 rubies, and when you leave, it dumps you outside Link's house. There's multiple ways to go into it. That is the only way I've ever personally done it.
Sync chest has a big 20.
Oh, those stinking red rubies. They're all over the place. So the red rubies...
They are, in fact, the most common item to be seen.
Indeed. But both players have bombs right now, so that's going to help at least get into some items or possibly kill some enemies, depending on what they feel like doing with it. The tree pull only provides 4 rubies total, so Kenny is clearly just going to skip that. As you can see there, the Zelda's already at the sanctuary. Inside the Lumberjack Cave...
Lumberjack Cave just has a 5-arrow upgrade. We've got a map check on Kenny's side.
Shoot,
Crystal 2 in Hera, Crystal 7 in Eastern, and it was a crystal, but I didn't see what number.
Crystal 1 in Desert.
That's always a good sign. 3 crystals in the light world. Just a piece of heart in the mushroom spot.
I think, did Kenny grab it? I missed it.
He did.
Yeah, I normally think grabbing, Oh, there's a sword! 2 minutes and 42 seconds in, we've got our first sword. Nicely found. So, already we're not going to have to worry too much about killing things. And
that is a big safety there.
Yeah, we're getting some heckles from the chat. Oh, it's a free seed already. Well, maybe not, but you never know. They might have to do the entire game with the fighter sword up to Ganon's tower. So you know what? Until we have like tempered sword, I'm not gonna say that this is gonna be a free seed yet.
So yes, Kenny picks up. Arius is on his way to pick up Fisher Price's My First Sword.
So
now the one thing that's interesting to note about the fighter sword as compared to all the other swords in the game is it has a shorter range.
There's the flute! Kenny has found the flute in blindside and half magic! Oh my gosh! So he's got half magic with nothing to really use it on yet, but hey, half magic is half magic.
See, pick up a sword real early and half magic real early. This is looking familiar.
All we really need is like a fire rod, and these guys can just start blazing through the game. So 3 crystals in the light world even. We've got, I don't know, what do you think our pendant dungeons are going to be then? Turtle Rock, perhaps?
Skullwoods. Because you always have to go into Skullwoods anyway.
Right, true. So
Swamp and Pod?
Yeah, possibly. Kenny has found the postage stamp. Oh, the moon pearl! That is a lunar sphere found in the well. Who threw that down there?
I don't know, but I'm sure Kenny is grateful for it.
Bottle vendor selling some very nefarious items right now.
Would you like to have a fetch quest?
No, I hate fetch quests. If you're curious, now that mushroom can be used in other places to get another item, but you have to get over there. Thankfully, with the flute, it's real easy to get to the potion seller because you can literally be dropped off right there. It's also nice to find the flute, in Kakariko Village, so you can just literally walk over to the Swiaduck and,
and activate it. Just as long as you don't do what I do and get it this early and forget you have it.
Oh, no, Kenny. I have a miss bomb there, but that's alright. See? More bombs. Perfectly fine. Not gonna lose a lot of time from that. So, let's see here. As we're watching the runners I find the magic cape! So...
Aghanim required, perhaps?
Okay, so... In the normal game, to go to Aghanim, you actually have to have the Master Sword, because, that's kind of the whole plot of the game. But, one fun little thing you can do is you can actually use the magic cape to walk through the little door that's otherwise protected by an electric barrier. That is not something you could do in the normal vanilla game, and hey, there's the Cane of Brian right on the library there. But that's not something you could do in the normal game because you can't possibly have the cape at that point. Enter...
The lesser Cane.
Right, yeah. Enter Randomizer. There's a blue ruby in the race game. Kenny's gonna say... Yeah. Oh, Art...
Looks like Kenny might be heading up to do escape.
He doesn't have a lamp, so he's gonna not be... Unless he knows that dark room. Arius going for the race game blind. He's not gonna like what he sees there, unfortunately.
But can you blame him for it? Because...
No, it's not really... I don't think you're really losing too much time.
Arius going down to the sluice gate.
And more explosives found. This is somewhat of a bomb-heavy seed so far, I think.
Big bada boom.
Kenny immediately finding the map and escape, so we're gonna know from this point forward there's like, what, 2 keys and the rest of items.
Yeah.
The hook shot in the dam!
Boing!
What a find there. I think, no, he's not gonna go to Death Mountain. Is he gonna go check escape now, too? Yeah, looks like it. And what's Kenny gonna find in the second chest inside here? It's 50 rubies. Well, that's... okay.
I've seen a lot worse.
I mean, yeah, it could have been a red ruby. Chat is,
green.
Right, yeah. Well, Kenny here showing off the great, employment that is being a guard here in Hyrule Castle.
Best soldiers in the world.
Basically, yes.
And a 5-arrow upgrade from the Zelda chest.
Oh! So what Kenny here was doing, he was actually creating a death ward for himself.
Oh my god, they killed Kenny!
Yes! Absolutely. Kenny actually going up into the swamp, into the sewers without a lamp. So, if you've played Legend of Zelda before, you'll know when you walk in here, you normally have a light cone. If you play the standard mode in Randomizer, you will always have a light cone when you go into the sewers here. But in open mode, if you don't have the lamp, you will not get one, and you will see exactly what Kenny sees. Nothing.
Although, if you do walk through the water in the sewers area, you will be able to see where you are.
Yes. That is absolutely true. So, as our chat is pointing out, this is actually a sequence break. The logic will never, ever require you to go through a dark room like this. So if he finds anything in the one chest that's here, the logic will not expect him to have it yet.
Well, he'll be able to get 4 chests because he's got bombs, so he can do the last room and escape.
This is true if he decides to go that far, which he should if he's going to go this deep into it.
But yes, as chat points out, only if he gets
the key, right. I think he's looking for the chest right now. Oh, did he find it? Oh, both runners. So, while both runners are sitting here in the dark, I think now is a good time to, once again mention, guys, that these runners could use a good follow.
Dark Death Mountain room. Nice Dark Death Mountain cave from Arious. And yes, these runners definitely can use a follow.
Absolutely. So, it's obviously really hard to tell exactly what's going on, but Arious gets out of the cave, and now he's found the old man. I think Kenny just quit.
He's 37.
Exactly.
That's not very old, is it?
I guess not. So, Kenny did quit, and I couldn't tell if he found the chest or not in there. I do see he now has 3 pieces of heart, and I don't see anything new in his inventory, so I can't quite tell if he found it or not.
I'm guessing that was a piece of heart.
If he did find it, yeah.
Kenny turning in the mushroom.
Let's see what this fetch quest gets us. Another heart. Well, at least this will give him 4 hearts now, so... Arious going into Death Mountain. This set of caves is great because there's like 7 items in here. There's our lantern.
Lamp.
So everyone does have access to this this part of Death Mountain with the flute and the hookshot. So unfortunately, going into the sewers without a lamp really wasn't much of a sequence break, as it turns out.
We get a full heart, 2 big 20s, the shovel, and 50 rupees. Do you want to have a fetch quest?
We already had a fetch quest. I don't want another one. So, outside of going over towards Eastern Palace and then checking Desert Cave and Spiral Cave here, which Arious is about to, I'm not sure what else our guys have except to go to,
Except to go to Aga.
Yeah. Gonna check and see what's on the island there. It's a bottle.
Empty bottle.
Kenny picking up his hook shot, and that's
Mini Moleworm Cave and Ice Rod Cave still.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Arious didn't go over that way. He got that hook shot and just left. Let's see what's in Spiral Cave over on... That's a full heart container. That's all right. Meanwhile, in Mini Moleworm Cave, another heart container.
And a Master
Sword.
5 rupees, a single green rupee, and another big 20.
So one half of that cave was decently great, and then the other half of it was kind of bleh. But that Master Sword, though, that may be telling the runners, hey, no, really, go to see Aganon. Arious is actually going to go check and see what's in the Ice Rod Cave. Yeah, if those crabs hit him, he would be dead right now, because those crabs do 2 hearts of damage for reasons Another heart container coming from 4 pieces of heart.
And that was... Oh, that was a 4-piece of heart, sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was Sankheart.
Looks like Arius is going to set up for a fake flippers glitch? Potentially?
Or just go
Or
and
no,
do Mini
he's just-
Moldorm.
Oh, he hasn't done Mini Moldorm yet, right? No, yeah. He remembered. The chat was worried about that.
Ooh.
Kenny taking an unfortunate death there, but those fallen cabbages, man.
Those cabbages.
So Arius is going to go ahead and pick up his awesome set of rubies over.
And he tells the generous guy exactly what he thinks.
Dude, not the double bomb. You had a master sword for you. Come on. That poor thief. He did nothing wrong. Except steal from people, but still.
Now it looks like Arius is setting up a fake flippers.
Exactly. So, fake flippers glitch is great. So, if you jump into water and then within one frame, screen transition, the game believes that you should be in water, so it lets you swim without the flippers. The problem with doing this is if you take any damage at all, normally the game would completely soft lock. Thankfully, the developers of the randomizer have made it so you just die.
The Lake Hylia Island has 100 rupees on it.
So some cash, which doesn't look like we're really going to need it at this point, considering Arius has 700 rubies, which is basically enough to get everything rubies require in the entire game. And they've already paid the 100 to the bottle vendor, so he should be fine. What does the hobo have for us? A piece of heart.
Big 20 on top of Spectacle Rock.
Oh, he's going to try the... He got it!
Oh, bye. And a full heart inside Spectacle Rock.
Nice.
Nice reverse fake flippers.
That was very nice. That is not that easy to do, because I've tried it, and I'm not good at it. So I think Arius is going to go ahead and check up near Zora and possibly even do the walk on water glitch. This is a glitch available to you if you are in fake flippers, go into this cave and have the moon pearl. Which looks like we're going to see here in just a second.
We do get to see the walk on water glitch.
So when you go into this cave in fake flippers, the game still thinks you're swimming, so you have to leave the cave and come back in.
We get we get a 5 bomb upgrade and a heart.
That was the sanctuary heart because it filled him up. So now he's able to walk on water, and oddly enough, you walk at swimming speed if you're walking on the deep water here. He's going to go check and see what Zora's got on the ledge. He won't be able to pick it up because he doesn't have the flippers, and it's bombos! Oh, that's interesting.
Very, very interesting.
So, the medallions, there's 3 of them. 2 of the dungeons require a medallion to open them. We don't know which medallions are going to be, so bombos might be useful, but it might not be useful.
And Zora's life lesson is 3 bombs.
I mean, at least it was
Kenny.
technically a resource, but...
Kenny setting up a bomb jump.
I love that bomb jump. Yeah, very expensive booms. I hope they actually have some fireworks attached to them. It was a blue item. Flippers are blue, so it's pretty close to vanilla. Arius is thinking, where's he gonna go now?
He's going to turn his fetch quest.
Alright. So, Stuart, while we watch our runners do some things we've seen already, I guess my question is, what do you think's going to be in Eastern Palace? Or Sahasrilla?
That's a good question.
Do you think we're going to find anything that's progressive, or do you think we're going to find nothing and have to go beat Aga?
I think we may find something progression and still have to go beat Aga.
That happens, unfortunately, yes. Oh, it's really painful if you can actually make it into the Dark World and then still have to go beat Aga. Because you can't make it to all of the Dark World. So, this guy, if you know any of the lore of this game, this is the village elder of Kakariko, who's apparently hiding out here away from Aghanim's soldiers. He does such a great job, he moves into the only hut in the middle of nowhere, and he's surrounded by his soldiers.
And 50 rupees in the Haunted Grove dig spot.
And a bunch of rupees in behind the old man there. In other words, we just saw a lot of money grabs and no real items, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, Kenny takes a fake flippers.
Yeah, the fake flippers is a pretty normal glitch that's used in this. Now, if you haven't seen a race before, the parameters of the race allow for minor glitches, such as fake flippers that we've seen, the walk-on-water glitch. It doesn't allow for major glitches, like being able to warp directly into the credits. Alright, so we're looking pretty close to having an AGA 1 seed. So the question is, if we have an AGA 1 seed, do we also have a Master Sword pedestal seed?
Oh, that would be insanely trolly.
I feel like the Master Sword pedestal seed is actually kind of a long shot at this point, simply because all 3 dungeons are Dark World dungeons. And most of those require more items to get through, except for Thieves Town, which requires pretty much none to beat it.
Do we have... We've got flippers.
Well, we've got flippers, but we've seen everything flippers can get us. That, oddly enough, that doesn't really progress the seed.
This is true.
So, we found flippers, so congratulations. Everything that Kenny is doing right now, and Arious already did, is now something they can do.
Well, it does let you get bombos.
It does let you get bombos, though. You are correct. Absolutely. And it obviously will open up more in the Dark World when we get there, but as of this moment, these runners don't have anything else they can do.
Ether.
So we've had Ether.
There's item 2 of 3.
Right, so we've got Ether. We know where Bombos is.
And a fire shield.
So, another thing this randomizer does is it creates progressive items. For instance, the swords. You will always start with a level 1 sword and go up to level 4. You will always start with green mail, find blue, and find red. You will always find the power glove first and get the Titan's mitt. And you will always find their tiny little, almost useless shield and move up to the big, awesome riot shield. If you've played Randomizer a long time ago, that didn't always used to be the case. You could actually just find gold sword in, like, the first chest.
And Aria's heading towards desert.
We're going to see in the Desert Legend another big red ruby.
And what about Agina's cave?
Alright, so we've got Agina's cave, and then what else? I think we're on Aga 1 at that point, yes?
I think you're right.
It's the single arrow! So, there's only one single arrow in the entire game, and we've just found it.
And the chat is apparently looking for Green Pendant Turtle Rock.
Actually, no, we know, someone talked to Sahasrarilla. We know it's actually in Turtle Rock.
Oh.
So, just for the viewing audience, Green Pendant is a guaranteed item from Sahasrarilla, but it's in, like, the hardest, not the hardest dungeon in the game, but, like, the last dungeon in the vanilla game, so...
It is in... See, I prefer doing Turtle Rock to doing Ice Palace, but...
Yeah. Yeah, the chat points out it's probably the most inconvenient dungeon. I would agree with that one. It looks like Arious is actually making his assault on Aga 1.
Nice double kill of the gold ball and chain guys.
That was very nicely done, absolutely. So, unfortunately, Aghanim's, or Hyrule Castle here, when you're going up towards Aghanim, is, not only completely uneventful, but it has no items for our runners to find, because all of the chests here have to be keys.
And it's also about 5 minutes long.
This is why most runners will not do this unless they absolutely have to, because it's a massive time sink, and if you're wrong, you've really just completely burned all of that time.
It wasn't quite as bad when the logic did not include blue balls from Aghanim.
Right. Even still, it was still a pretty massive time sink.
It was still a pretty big time sink, but you at least knew you were getting through it in one cycle of lightning.
So, what Stuart is referring to is, during the Aghanim fight, if you've ever played it in vanilla, Aghanim will either shoot out a big ball of energy, which you can reflect back at him, it's the only way you can hit him, or he'll send out little blue balls that do nothing except annoy you.
And take up time.
The randomizer is hard-coded, each seed is hard-coded to have a certain number of blue balls, which means both runners will get the same number of them when they inevitably fight him any moment now.
Now Kenny goes back into escape.
Did we see what was in the 3 chests in the sewers?
We get 10 arrows.
No, because they can't get there yet. So there are 3 more chests in the sewers of escape, but the only way to get there is number 1, find a key, or number 2, have the power glove. So they can't make it to the 3 chests yet. Which I think means one of those chests will have a key in it, so here's our Aghanim fight over on Arius' side.
And Kenny learns that he cannot get back the way he was trying to.
Yes. Oh, Arius taking a hit there. Not a bad. No, that's all right. And there's those blue balls we were talking about before. Kenny is going to go check Desert and then Desert Cave and probably realize the same thing Arius did. It's time to go fight Aghanim.
So, Lawyer, what item is going to troll these runners?
Well, it always seems like it's the bow for me, but I'm gonna say Fire Rod. What do you think?
That's a good question.
Chad is hoping for boots, apparently.
Well, that would make this seat bootless until boots.
So Arius takes down the evil Aghanim and is immediately teleported to the Dark World. With the Moon Pearl, that means he's going to have access to quite a few things here. He's got the hook shot that can take him all the way over to the Village of Outcasts.
There's a full... No, I'm going to wait till we see a map check to see, to get an idea what's going to troll these guys.
This is a good point. It is possible that the fire rod will not be required, but that would require Skullwoods and Turtle Rock to... Well, Turtle Rock isn't required. Well, at least as far as we know.
At least we hope not.
Right. Looks like Arius is... Where is he going exactly? Oh, is he good?
Is he going... No, he's not going to Lake Hylia Island. He doesn't have the mirror.
He doesn't have the mirror, right. Oh, he's using the... Oh, okay, he's using the teleporter there to come up here.
Oh, he's using a teleporter to head to Catfish.
Oh, that's the old... No, it's the only way he can get across here. He doesn't have the gloves yet. Or the hammer, that's right. So... in order to get up here, you can walk north from the pyramid, but you have to get through this mess here. Or if you've got the flippers, you can take that water. That's really good game knowledge. I completely forgot that was there.
I completely forgot you needed hammer or gloves. Great knowledge from Arius.
Absolutely. Very nicely done. I wonder... Kenny will probably remember the same thing. We'll find out. Luke?
Yes, the chat points out, yes, you can go directly north coming out of the pyramid and jump into the river and go across.
Right.
I missed what that was on Bumper Cave.
It was a +5 bomb upgrade.
So nothing important.
Right, so Bumper Cave not required. Arius going directly into Skull Woods because why not? Have we even done a map check?
Not that I have seen. It's V26 to Skull Woods.
I mean, I understand this, but still. Okay,
Skull Woods is a crystal.
Thankfully, the music for Crystal Dungeons will always be the same, regardless of light or dark world.
And we have boots.
Skullwood's paying off again!
And a big key.
So that means we're probably going to see a bomb jump in the very near future here. Oh, he has no key. Right. Someone in the chat pointing out he just had a C with no pendant dungeon dips required. Are you sure you were playing the current version, sir?
Are you sure you were playing?
Oh no, he
V26?
got grabbed. So Arius just got grabbed by one of the famous wall masters. Those will take you from the dungeon and plop you back at the entrance you came in from.
But that hookshot clip he did beforehand.
That was actually very impressive. I didn't know you could do that.
These runners just learning us some good stuff.
Absolutely. And there's another key. Still looking for the last item in Skull Woods. They can't complete it yet because they don't have the fire rod.
But it looks like we are, in fact, getting a bomb jump to the big chest.
Very nicely done. Oh, and it's just a map.
There is one more chest that he can check.
Yep, then one more chest here, and then there's two hidden behind the fire rod, including the boss. So one chest and then the boss item, but we'll see if this is the other unique item in here. Skullwoods has two.
But it also has for only having two items, it has a ridiculously high chance of having a progression item.
Nice dodging the wall master using the cape. I like it.
I like it a lot, sir.
Nope, just a key. Unfortunate. So there is one item still locked behind the fire rod inside here, so...
You know what else we don't have? We do not have a mirror.
Oh, Kenny did a
Well,
map
we
check,
have not-
didn't he? All right, our pendant seeds are Palace of Darkness, Ice Palace, and Turtle Rock.
Oh, I always love seeing Ice Palace as a pendant.
Ari is forgetting for a moment that he actually doesn't have a power glove and can't pick either of those skulls up. Or rocks, or whatever you want to call them.
And our chat is telling us that Thieves Town is 5 and Swamp Palace is 6. So that means potentially a fairly early huge tracts of land check.
Right. So the 5th and 6th crystals will unlock a large bomb inside in the dark world where Link's house sits. And that big bomb is used to blow a hole open in the pyramid, which gets you to the Pyramid Fairy. In the vanilla game, that gets you gold sword and silver arrows. In this, it gets you 2 chests to look at.
Kenny heading into pod.
If I'm looking at the items correctly, that is only going to be locked behind the hammer. Blue mail, nice.
Hammer and mirror.
And mirror, right? Yep, get in the Swamp Palace, right? Kenny making an assault on Pendant Dungeon Palace of Darkness, though.
Now, I have heard other commentators refer to Palace of Darkness as the mullet of dungeons, because it is very front-loaded with keys.
Yes. And the idea behind that, I'm pretty sure, is to make sure you don't get, like, key locked early, because if you use those keys incorrectly, you can really miss a few things if all the keys weren't, like, at the front of the dungeon.
That's true. There's another key. Now,
So
Kenny
Arius is actually making his assault on the, I'm sorry, didn't mean to step on you there.
That's okay. Kenny is heading back to do the chest in the 4 turtle room, and probably the 2 chests. Yes, the 2 chests in the basement.
So, along with needing the hammer to beat Palace of Darkness, you also need the bow to not only beat the dungeon, but get to 2 of the chests at the very least on the other side, basically on the right side of this place. Right now, with 1 key, I believe, I don't remember if he found the big key or not. I think he did. Speaking of the bow, we have it in inside Thieves Town.
And we have a Kappa sighting in chat.
Right as we talk about the bow, someone else finds it in a completely different dungeon. I was about to say, so when Arius comes to Palace of Darkness, but he may not need to come to Palace of Darkness.
I mean, I can't fault Kenny's play. It's version 26, so dependent dungeons.
Oh, absolutely. And right now what he's doing, he's actually setting up another death warp without having the mirror to take him to the beginning of the dungeon. Killing yourself is the second best way to get there.
Oof. Routing Palace of Darkness without the mirror is just terrible.
I concur.
And we've got a power glove.
Oh, it's so bad. So, power glove now. That's going to open up.
That's going to open up a lot for Arius.
Yeah, that's going to be. That is going to be game changing right there.
So we have a pseudo vanilla item in Thieves Town.
Sort of, yeah, because the Titan's bit's normally in here, so we're close enough.
But since it's a glove upgrade, so since it's a progressive gloves anyway.
Indeed. Now, I'm pretty sure I know for a fact, when I used to play this, like, casually in vanilla, I never tried to pick that block up because I thought you needed Titan's bit for it. But as it turns out, no, you actually don't. And I don't think that was intended.
And it is a bottle in the chest next to blind.
Oh, that's going to open up Sick Kid for them to go check. Without a hammer, he can't go check the big chest, and unfortunately, it wasn't counting the items he found at Thieves' Town. There may only be one left.
There may only be one left.
So Arius is taking on Blind right now. The nice thing about Blind is regardless of what sword you have, he takes 9 hits. It's 3 hits ahead. Having the fire shield's also really nice in here. That was a really nice, just nicely done fight right there. Finds
you know, the cane of Brian also works doing one sword hit worth of damage each.
Yes, it does.
kenni32 save and quit back to Link's house.
So, in vanilla game, if you save and quit in the Dark World, you start on top of the pyramid. But in Randomizer, if you don't have the mirror, but have beaten Aghanim, you still come back to the light world, because otherwise you would literally be stuck in the Dark World forever. Arius going to the digging game, and this is where people who speedrun this game at 100% get really jealous, because the prize item in this is guaranteed to be found anywhere between 1 to 30 digs. It's also hard-coded in the seed. It's just the mirror! Speaking of things we need for this, there's the mirror.
Always a great find.
Absolutely. And he's going to put that to immediate use. Let's see what it's going to give us in this cave in the light world here. That has a name. Oh, it's just bombs.
Now, are we going to see an old Stumpy check?
I mean, it's the obvious place to go after checking that cave. But I've never really seen Stumpy have much of anything. See?
Every once in a while.
It was just another
but
red
it's just
ruby.
A big 20.
Yeah. Get those shiny red rubies on a necklace or something, because that's pretty much all they're good for at this point. Kenny making his assault into Skullwoods. Uh-oh. We have a hype cave!
We have Arius heading to the Cave of Inevitable Disappointment.
Yes. So to all of our viewers out there, this is called Hype Cave because a long, long time ago in other versions of this randomizer, this cave used to have a lot of good stuff. Titans
Big 20.
Okay, well that's
hype. Pretty good.
I would call that, hey! So that cave used to have a lot more in it, or at least have a good chance for it. It's kind of not so much anymore, but today, Titan's Mitts. We have some mixed feelings in the chat here. We've got everyone calling it, or some people calling it the Redeemed Hype Cave, and some people saying, it's pretty good.
So Arius probably heading up to do Tower of Hera.
Yeah, that would be a good time to do it. You've got the mirror, you've got everything you need for it, and afterwards you can actually check the dark side of Death Mountain, so...
Nice bonk strat over from Kenny.
I've seen that before.
Arius, although I'm not sure if it wouldn't be faster to just do the hook shot.
Oh, that would have required menuing, which probably would have negated any time saved. And there's another map check for us. Our crystal number 6 is down Swamp Palace, as we've heard already.
5 clearly was in Thieves Town.
Correct. So, as we thought, we are now one item, the hammer, away from being able to check Pyramid Fairy. Because in order to finish Swamp Palace, you have to have the hammer. In fact, really, to get anywhere in Swamp Palace, you have to have the hammer. It's
Well, anywhere past the first chest. Oh god, first chest swamp hammer. As chat points out, it's a crystal that is completable, so you do it.
Absolutely. Now, it's really fun when you can do Tower of Hera as the last pendant, or the last crystal dungeon, because then you are literally right at Ganon's tower.
Yes. Oh, tile room required. But Arius sets up so he can take a little bit of a coffee break.
Yeah, pretty much. Meanwhile, Kenny is going and pillaging the village of outcasts.
Now, maybe it's me, but anytime I have the opportunity to do Hype Cave, as soon as I've got the opportunity to do Hype Cave, I do it. And we've got a red mail.
Oh, nice. Arius didn't find that. Oh, no, because he didn't have the blue mail first. So once again, we have progressive mails in this. Other mail was in Palace of Darkness, so it's interesting to think about if he's ever going to make it there or not.
I think a flute to 6 is a good. I think a flute to 6 and checking Misery Mire Shed and Misery Mire Medallion is a good call at this point.
Correct, because if that's Bombos, we know where Bombos is. If it's Ether, they can just go inside, and if it's Quake, we have no clue. But yes, coming to Hera, I think is still a pretty good idea. It's a quick dungeon. It's required anyway, and again, you can also check the Dark World of Death Mountain on the east side. So, which with Hookshot Cave is, I believe, like 6 or 7 items.
It's 7. 7 items. Hookshot, 5 in Hookshot Cave and 2 in Super Bunny Cave.
Trying to count in my head.
And since we've got a moment, let me remind you guys, we've got a bow.
Yep, that's Kenny found the bow Ari's found earlier. No, don't fall off the edge.
Let me remind you guys, if since it's been a while since we've reminded you, if you haven't followed these runners yet, why haven't you?
Exactly. And while we're shouting out people, I would once again love to shout out our amazing tracker, Flaffykins, along with our awesome restreamer,
Alvi.
I actually just muted my mic there. So Arius is in fact going to go over and check the dark side of Death Mountain.
I think that's the right play here.
Oh, absolutely. And you also get to check what Pendant Misery or Turtle Rock is, just in case. Because you never know. Okay, Arius is probably going to pull this glitch off. Oh, just missed it. It's alright. So, glitch with those blocks, being able to hookshot through them so you don't have to actually come up here and then drop down, and it's faster.
Oh, it's a lot faster. It's faster than menuing over to the mirror and doing the mirror glitch. But I can't get it. I can't do the hookshot glitch reliably on those, so I do take the time to switch over to the mirror and do the mirror glitch.
And we are going to get a Turtle Rock medallion check. It's Quake. That is the one medallion we don't know where it is.
Stinking vanilla medallion.
I mean, we did have a 33% chance of that happening, so. Arious making his way through Hookshot Cave as Kenny's making his way into the blind fight. Fire Rod! We have ourselves a Fire Rod in the Hookshot Cave.
It's Ruby Rod!
Arious choosing not to go get the bottle on the island, but he probably doesn't need it. Now, he's remembering now to go check Sick Kid, which I think I saw Kenny do, and I don't remember him having much of anything. That's the big arrow upgrade, because it's plus 10, but other than that, not helpful.
And Arious heading back over, maybe to check... No, to finish Skull Woods.
Yep. As we said earlier, the Skull Woods, the one item left in here and the boss is locked behind the Fire Rod, which he's now found, so he's just gonna jump right into it.
And Kenny, doing digging game, gonna get his mirror.
He's probably just gonna be really happy to have that right now. Arious already having 2 keys, so he's not going to grab the other one under the skull jar to the left up there. Alright, so as we've said, there's one item left in this place, and it's either at the boss or in that chest he just ran past.
Which, it makes the most sense to do the boss first.
Right, because you gotta do the boss anyway, and it's really not gonna cost you any more time to do the chest second if you have to.
Nice double from Arious on those. Kenny heading over to the
Hype Cave.
redeemed Hype Cave.
Right. He's gonna grab his Titan's mitts, and we'll see where he goes with it from there.
Arious into one of my least favorite fights in this game.
I'd actually call this
Even
the
more
least
so.
favorite fight for me.
Even more so than Cold Stare.
So, this boss has this annoying feature that every time he is on top of spikes, which that's a really good fight, by the way, but every time he's on top of spikes, he's immune from damage.
Yes, that was a crazy good Mothra fight from Arious.
Absolutely. That was very nicely done. He's going to grab his crystal. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a book, so he can't check to see if there's anything in the Master Sword pedestal.
No, I did not see what Mothra dropped.
It was 20 rubies. Big red.
Kenny heading into the Misery Mire shed. You know, if you time it perfectly,
Samaria!
we gotta have a cane
And the hammer!
and a hammer.
Whoa!
Halt! For the hour of the hammer is upon us.
Wow, what a shed that was.
Hype shed?
Apparently, I did not see what medallion Misery Mire was, though. If he even looked at it. Checkerboard Cave having nothing but a piece of heart, and that's alright.
Vanilla checkerboard cave.
Well, he's going back here, so he must not have seen it either. Now he's going to check it out. It's Bombos! So that means he's got to go back up to Zora and get Bombos, because that was on that ledge.
Or he can just go in and do Desert Palace.
Well, I mean, yeah, At some point, he's going to have to go back up there. Chad is making a very good point. The hammer is quite significant at this point. That's going to allow them to do Swamp Palace, as we said earlier. That's going to allow them to get into the Pyramid Fairy, just for starters.
That's going to allow to complete Ice Palace and Palace of Darkness.
So, wait a minute here. Once Kenny finds his Fire Rod and grabs the Bombos, is he in Go mode? He's in Go mode.
I think he is.
He doesn't have the Fire Rod yet. He's got to get up to Death Mountain, but once he gets there, he's going to be in Go mode. We've got all the items we need to beat this seed. Now, there are some things our runners would probably like to have, like silver arrows, sword upgrade,
more hearts,
more life, maybe a bottle with blue goo in it, magic powder so they don't, die.
Yeah, I mean, these are all nice things to have. Safety items are good.
But probably not required. And Arius is going to Misery Mire too, and he's gonna find the hypest of caves, and he will have everything he needs.
Well, and once he gets Bombos, he will have everything he needs.
I believe he does know where that is. I'm pretty sure he saw that, but there's the cane. There's the hammer. He's got Go mode knowledge. What's he gonna do?
I predict he will do the same thing that Kenny's doing, and
I'm trying to think. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I think that's it. That's got it. That is it. That is everything he needs. I'm second guessing myself because we're not even an hour into the seed. I'm like, we're in Go mode already. Yeah.
as long as Arius remembers where he saw Bombos. Which it looks like he might not.
That's very true, because he's going in here.
But we do get to see Go Mode Swamp Palace.
If he remembers. I mean, he's heading in that direction. I can't see anything. Oh no, he's gonna go check King's Tomb and the graveyard ledge. The chat is making
to be fair, he may be checking.
The chat is making a good point. Did he actually check the medallion required?
It looked like he did.
I thought he did. Okay, so we're getting confirmation. Yes, he did see it.
There's a bloomerang in Graveyard Ledge. So yes, Arius has the knowledge of Go Mode. If he remembers...
I don't think he remembers where Bombos is.
Or he may be looking for silvers.
He might be, yeah. Or just another sword upgrade.
Because Master Sword Silverless Ganon is just miserable. And Kenny checking Bonk Rocks.
Getting himself another heart container. He'll live slightly longer now. I think Arius, you know what? Arius may actually remember. He's probably just clearing everything up top, looking for either red mail or another sword upgrade on his way to Catfish, and then he's going to grab Bombos and then punch it. Oh, hey, we're getting a check into the 3 chests here into the escape.
Yes, we are.
And unfortunately, nothing really exciting here.
Nope. Yep, Arius is heading over to Catfish,
Yeah, I think he fooled
which
me.
I suspect he is going to check Catfish, looking for red mail, silvers, tempered sword, and then head up to take care of getting Bombos and putting himself in go mode.
Immediately rejects the item from Catfish, and I can't say I blame him there. Yeah, okay, so Kenny knew the whole time. I mean, Arius knew the whole time. He was making a fool out of me, is what he was doing, which is fine. I'm okay with that. That makes a lot of sense, though. He was in go mode. He was just looking for some kind of upgrade. Yeah, re-go mode.
And I don't blame him for doing my usual go mode of grabbing chests that aren't out of the way.
Especially because you've hit it so early, but obviously these runners don't know where the other one's at, so I would say that's not really risky, but you know, it's definitely making yourself slower into go mode, but he's got it now, so I wonder if he's gonna keep checking chests or if he's just gonna start plowing through it all.
And I wonder if Kenny is going to head to Dark World Death Mountain from here. I sure hope so.
I would think so. I mean, you do Tower of Hera, you've got everything else you need for it. There's really no reason not to go in that direction.
Arius going to do one of my favorite maneuvers of doing the double Misery Mire then Desert.
Yep, that's a really handy thing to be able to do in Randomizer. Yeah, I love how Randomizer makes you do just different pathings towards all these different dungeons. It's great. Well, this is unfortunate because we're not going to get to see my favorite dungeon, being, of course, Ice Palace, but, you know.
Seriously? You like Ice Palace?
I'm weird. It's okay. So I think we're going to see...
You're a masochist is what you are.
Well, yeah. I think Arius is, I think we're going to see if Arius is in true go mode or not, depending on how he finds the, what he does when he finds the big key here. Because you can either find the big key real early in this place, or you can find it in, like, the last chest you check, because... Randomizer.
Yeah. I seem to find the big key a lot in the room with the 6 blue blocks.
There's the big key! If he drops right down here, yep, he's going. He's just leaving. He's done.
Well, Meyer only has 2 items anyway.
This is correct. Yeah, that's a really nice and fast mire right there. So, Troll Dorm. Oh no! Kenny falling down on the center hole in Troll Dorm. That's gonna drop him 2 floors. Arius correctly remembering he didn't actually need to hit the crystal, so good job, sir. Well done.
Oh, maximum troll from Troll Dorm.
So we're gonna have a Silverless Vitreous fight, which with Matt. Oh, Troll Dorm!
Troll Dorm again!
Dude, Kenny didn't even have a chance. He jumped down there, and Troll Dorm's like, "Nope, you're going off the ledge again, bro."
So we're gonna see Cape Strats.
Yeah, I love Cape Strats. So this is pretty much where you get in the cape, You stand in the middle of these eyeballs and you just swing your sword as madly and fast as possible. With half magic, you should be able to kill all these, even with just the Master Sword. That poor eye, he can't find him. He's standing right in front of him and he can't see him.
What is with this game and eyeballs?
You know, that is a thing I really try not to think about. Nicely done by Arius, though, using the cape to its full advantage, almost running out. Unfortunately, only getting a key for his troubles, but he'll be happy to have that crystal and get out of here. Kenny, in the meantime, checking Dark World Death Mountain now.
So Kenny will get to his go mode knowledge. And Arius setting up the double.
He's fluting away. My guess is he's fluting to 6. No, he's fluting to 5. Okay. Did he
that makes me look dumb.
Did he forget Desert Palace was a crystal?
Possibly.
Or did he do it and I missed it?
No, he didn't do Desert Palace.
Oh, the chat is reporting that he has actually mismarked on his own tracker that Desert Palace is a pendant and has 4 pendant dungeons marked. That does explain that. Hopefully he'll get a map check in real quick.
That could be problematic.
Kenny's picking up his fire rod, and I believe that's the last item he needs outside of getting Bombos real quick. It looks like he's actually going to go pick up the other bottle, though. Yeah, with Master Sword and Silverless, they are going to have a very interesting time with Ganon fight unless they find any upgrade.
Yeah, they definitely need to find a relevant upgrade. Just to make that Ganon fight significantly easier.
Kenny purchasing a couple of blue bottles there.
Give these runners a follow. Also, give our restreamer Alvi and our tracker Flaffykins a follow too. These folks all deserve it. They're working real hard behind the scenes so that you have a good viewing experience.
Absolutely. These guys have literally volunteered their time to sit back here and push buttons and make sure everything works properly for the rest of us. These guys really deserve your appreciation. Meanwhile, that was a really nice fight there from Arius.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Arius just massacres Armos Knights.
Kenny now also going through Eastern Palace first here. I actually haven't checked if he's decided to basically be in go mode right now or not. He's already checked this palace, but that's kind of my guess. He probably is in go mode since he knows where the Bombos medallion is. He can go grab it pretty much when he's done with this place. If he remembers. But I'm assuming he will, because that was a hard one to kind of forget that you had.
Looks like Arius is heading to do Go Mode Swamp.
Arius has got himself another map check according to the chat here, so I believe he's going to realize where he has his last crystal and is going to head there right after Swamp Palace. Now, Swamp Palace is a interesting tale of two different dungeons, really. In one dungeon, you have to clear an entire left side, and it takes a really long time. And in the other version of it, you don't check any chests. You run right to the boss, and you beat it in like 5 less minutes.
Something like that.
We're about to see Go Mode Swamp Palace here. There's the only chest you really need to pick up. Now, Arius might grab a few of them because, again, looking for better equipment. Well, unfortunately, with the red mail being... Yep, there he goes. Unfortunately, with the red mail being in Palace of Darkness, he will never find that, more than likely.
Probably also looking to get a little bit more life, because, well, more life. 11 hearts is really pushing it. Kenny heading up towards, presumably, Skull Woods. Looking to finish that off. Meanwhile, Arius... I don't expect to see Arius do anything on the left side of Swamp. Probably just going to get this key and go. Well, I stand corrected, because he's checking the chest to the south. Does he maybe not realize he's in go mode? He does get a heart. He does get a heart container, putting him up to 12 hearts. Now, a note, you cannot use the Cane of Samaria on that. Cane of Samaria will disappear. The block will disappear before you can, before you get over to the other door.
That is absolutely correct. I never knew if it was based off of time that way, or if it was just because it goes off screen, but either way...
It's because it goes off screen.
That's what I figured. Arius still checking chests to find some better equipment, but again, I don't blame him.
I don't either. Silverless Master Sword Ganon is not terrifying.
Not an experience I would personally want to find, but Seed may be pushing our runners that way. You know, Kenny going for the Mothra fight.
I think that boss actually has a different name, but I always call it Mothra because I like old kaiju movies.
Oh my gosh, Arius is going for the hammer strats. So, Master Sword will kill all of those little popcorn kernels in 2 hits, as you see here. But the hammer will, this hammer does tempered sword damage, which will kill them all in 1. Now, if you have the fighter sword, you actually have to do hammer strats, but Arius attempted hammer strats and realized that menuing that much was just not going to be fun, and has decided, you know what, I'm just gonna swing my sword a lot more. Link needs a workout anyway. Mothula. So Mothra's fine. I'll just start off with you.
And to answer something that was said in chat, no, you can't do a ped check because there's no book. And we've got an ice rod.
Well, unfortunately, not going to be all that useful. Well, actually, I'm going to say fortunately, not going to be that useful in this seed. Flaffykins, no, we're not going to Turtle Rock. No.
No, bad Flaffykins.
To be fair, our runners can't even get into Turtle Rock, and my guess is that we're going to find the Quake Battalion in one of the chests of Ganon's tower. Because that's just how that works.
And Arius heading over to finish up Desert, presumably.
Right, and that'll give him his last crystal to get on up to Ganon's tower. Meanwhile, Kenny still has Swamp Palace and Misery Mire to go through.
But Kenny still has Bombos to get.
The thing is, there's no good time to go pick that up. I still think he knows where, at least I'm pretty sure he knows where it is. So my guess is that he's doing the same thing Arios is, looking for a better sword or silver arrows. Because he can go grab Bombos at any point. I think it's one of those things, there's just no good time to grab it.
I almost wonder if if these runners are considering clearing everything else and then taking something that I've considered doing, clearing everything else and taking the hint from Ganon to go back and get silvers.
I doubt it, honestly, but because normally if you're going to make it that far, if you're going to make it to the fourth phase of Ganon with Master Sword, you pretty much might as well just go with it from there.
And Kenny doing full-on go mode swamp.
Yeah, he's not checking. Well, he checked the one bomb, so he might check the other ones. Unfortunately, we know there's not much there to be found. So yeah, Kenny, as I kind of figured, Kenny does remember where Bombos is. He's just, number one, looking for better sword or silvers, and number two, as I said, there's no good time for him to go get it, because regardless of when he does, he's going to spend the same amount of time. There's no, there hasn't been, a good route for him to take to get up there, so. Meanwhile, Arius taking on his last boss before Ganon's tower. Lamolin, almost the one cycle.
Oh, so close.
Nicely done. We'll call it 1.5 cycles. So, that is all 7 crystals for him, which means he's going to be on his way up to Ganon's tower.
And there is a tradition in randomizer tournaments where we ask the chat. There are 22 possible chests, or possible locations that can have the big key in Ganon's tower. Where do you think it's going to be? Where do you think it's going to be, Lawyer?
I'm going to go right side compass room. Or is that the compass room or the map room? It's the compass room.
I'm gonna make the same guess I always make until it happens, and that's tile room.
You sick person, you. Why would you wish that on anybody, sir?
Well, because if I go right side, I usually do tile room first.
So, Chad or Flaffy's actually asking where Vanilla Big Key is. It's actually under Ice Armos.
Yes, it's the middle chest on the opposite side of Ice Armos, or past Ice Armos.
Hopping statues on ice.
Because it wasn't enough to have ice physics in Ice Palace. We have to have ice physics for Armos fight too.
Well, yeah, I mean, otherwise you haven't gotten enough ice physics. The game knew you liked ice physics. Oh, he's gonna go pick up another bottle. That bottle is empty. I'm interested to see what he's planning to do with it.
It's empty, and he doesn't have the bug net.
Maybe he's picking it up in case he finds the bug net.
That is a possibility. Or
Flaffy
maybe,
and I clearly having the same idea at the same time. Right, nicely done, ma'am.
or perhaps he is picking it up for a potion, for a blue or green potion.
No, he's not going back to the potion seller, so... Unless he's going to do Ganon's tower and then go over there before fighting Ganon. Well, either way, here we go. Opening up Ganon's tower. I don't know why, but
that's not an unreasonable call. Finish Ganon's tower. Mirror, flute to get potions. Fat fairy check. Huge tracts of land check, then Ganon.
Ah, man, that's... Oh, we got a small key in the first chest and bombs in the second, and Arius is going to go ahead and go on left side, so... We're going to see if I'm completely wrong here, and it's nowhere close to where I thought it was. There's another small key, so...
Is small
unfortunately...
Key, yeah.
Fortunately, that means our favorite friend Bob is not going to be seen in this game. Bob is an anti-fairy who, is completely glitched out if you leave that item on the lamp later in Ganon's tower. We jokingly call him Bob for reasons I actually don't know.
Bob is so not appearing in this game.
Oh, the riot shield! That's actually going to be really nice when we run into the red mimics, because you can look right at them and not take any damage from their shots. Big key! We have a big key. That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
If whoever guessed 7 was correct.
Nice. It was lucky number 7, and we did have at least 1 7. In fact, we had 1 7.
So, if you guessed 7, you win. What does he win, lawyer?
Well, I'm going to go to the prize closet, and I'm going to grab this big box of absolutely nothing. Congratulations, sir. You win absolutely nothing. And you don't get the box either, sorry. We need that. See right there, you can block those shots. Just look at the red mimic and it won't hurt you. Our winner is asking if he can donate his prize. Yes, we'll give the winner of the race your prize. Oof. Oof. Ario's hitting the button there to try to lock those spikes out. Instead, ends up catching 4 of them. So, you may wonder why Arius just did that, but jumping off the side there puts you in invincibility frames long enough for you to run through this without a problem.
The room we call Ganon Ball Run.
Objection! That was awful, sir! Sorry, Alfie was asking for my best objection in the chat there. Falling trick is nice, though. I like that. So we're in what we call the Gauntlet. This is a very long series of increasingly difficult rooms that, of course, adds ice physics in the next room, in the room after, because, again, ice physics are great.
You hush! Hush about ice physics being good.
I said, that was sarcastic, sir. That Arius...
ice physics are... The ice physics rooms aren't as bad until that last room where you get a red Stalfos in addition.
That was a really well done gauntlet. He did not take a lot of damage from that at all. Not one cycling the Lemolus 2 fight, but he got pretty close. Yeah, that's, again, 1.5 cycles, not bad.
That's about as good a Landmola 2 as you can expect.
Pretty much. Without silver arrows, that one-shots those guys. I think that right there, what Arios just did, is like my favorite room in the entire building.
Oh, mine too. It is so satisfying.
You can get all 4 of these at once. Yes, he got it. Very nicely done.
Very nice one cycle.
Kenny has just finished Misery Mire, and he's on his way to Ganon's Tower.
Oh, now I wonder if Kenny will take the same routing.
Well,
Arius having a little bit of difficulty in the Four Torches room.
Is he gonna have enough magic for this? I think so. Yeah, he's got plenty magic. He's got plenty of keys, so he's just gonna check silver arrows. What a find!
Oh, that's a nice
arrows. Okay, that is not going to prevent him from having to do a whole bunch of spinning, but it is going to make the 4th phase of the Ganon fight way easier.
Agreed.
All right, validation chest, tempered sword. Gotta be.
I think I'll just check this. Just worth it.
Oh no, Trolldorm 2! Trolldorm's being a real jerk today.
Well, it is in the name.
Yeah. It's not called Jerkdorm, it's just called Trolldorm. So Hammer doing tempered sword damage is something we just like to use on this guy because, we don't like him. And the longer he stays alive, the more we don't like him. But what? Hey, he hit him! I'm not sure what that was, but he got it. So, nicely done. Validation chest having 50 rubies. That is called the validation chest because it's the last one our runners will be checking before they go to the end of the game, and speedrunners, I don't know. Nice. I hate that room Arius just went through. I'm not good at that.
That was an impressive way through that room, though.
Kenny going to check...
I usually just cape through it.
Exactly. So, Aghanim 2, let's see how well... It takes 6 hits to kill him. I think that was 2 hits. If you hit him too quickly with these beams, they'll only count as 1. Not getting any on the second one, though. There's 1. That's 2, so that's 4, probably. It takes 6 hits to kill him. Got him! Nice! Very nicely done.
Very nice Aga 2 fight.
McKinney's gonna find his big key real soon. So now the interesting thing is the fact that Arius only has blue mail gonna come into play or not?
Also, is Kenny gonna get the silvers?
That's a good question. My guess is he would check those, but Arius going right into the Ganon fight. He didn't do what we thought he was gonna do and go more bottles of potion. So, unfortunately, because Arius only has the Master Sword, he cannot damage Ganon by slashing at him. He must spin. Now, Arius does have 1 blue bottle, so if he takes this at a very steady pace, he shouldn't have too much of a problem. But hugging Ganon will do, I think, 6 hearts.
Ganon hugs are best hugs.
Yeah. And we're into phase 2 now with the spinning fireballs that turn into bats. And he's in a good position for it, too. He can't get hit by the good use of the cape there. Nice corner, indeed. I think Arius is going to continue doing this and then pull out his blue bottle, because you're going to need magic here. We're on to phase 3 of Ganon. So Ganon here will have a random amount of teleports in between attacks here. These are, again, hard-coded in the seed, so both runners will get the same quote-unquote luck.
Four spin attacks to get the edge of the floor down, and then
well, he's gotten the torch glitch. So the torch glitch in this is if you relight the torch on the left before the right goes out, the right will never go out. Oh, I don't think he got that hit.
he did not. He was trying to set up a double.
And he got another shot in there. It takes 4 shots with the silver arrows to kill Ganon. Ooh, that was... Don't fall off the ledge there. You have to start all over.
Yeah, that was really close. One more.
Okay. There we go! Whew. That was close.
Arius finishes first. Arious13, our winner, with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 24 seconds.
Well played. Little hairy at the end there, but very nicely done regardless.
Meanwhile, Kenny is in the Four Torches room, almost at the top of Ganon's tower. Kenny has no arrows.
Well, there are some under some of these skulls here at different points, so he should find some if he looks for any. I don't know if he's going to look for any, because he doesn't have silver arrows right now. He doesn't think he's going to need them. Because from this point forward, if you're doing silverless, you don't actually need any more arrows. Let's see if he checks the chests up there. He got the one. Okay, he's going to go find the other. He's going to go find our silver arrows.
And Kenny heads into Troll Dorm 2.
Let's see if he can get through Troll Dorm without any trolling. Nope. Man, I swear you go flying much further when Troll Dorm hits you than anyone else.
I wonder where the other swords were.
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually. We never got a pedestal check either, so we'll find out here in the
I mean, Kenny burning a blue potion, but I don't blame him.
We're going to see if we can't get Arios in here for a bit of a chat. He's agreed to come in, so we'll see if we can't do that. Meanwhile, Kenny going for his Aghanim 2 fights. Gets 1 hit in so far. Gets another one from one of his shadows, and blue balls makes me sad. Oh!
Oh, that was rough. There we go. Kenny is through Aghanim 2.
I don't actually know if I can drag him in here or not. I cannot.
And there's a sword on the pedestal.
Hey!
Greetings, GG, sir.
Congratulations.
What a good seed.
Yeah, so I guess let's start from the end of it there. 50 minutes in Go mode knowledge, huh?
Yeah, I was like looking at it and I was like, wait. Hey, that's Gobo.
I'll bet.
Is this even V26? Like,
Right. Exactly. We were a little worried at first because, you didn't immediately go to pick up a Bombos pet medallion, and we're kind of like, oh, shoot, did he remember where it's at? But no, you knew exactly what you were doing, didn't you?
I was gonna put it off for a bit to see if people would think that I forgot. I actually wrote it in my own chat just so I remembered. Like, when I saw it, I was like, da-da-da-da-da.
Nice.
The equivalent of writing it down, right?
I say so, absolutely. So how did it feel to pull those silver arrows out of that chest?
You guys couldn't see my webcam, I don't think, but I like screamed. I was so happy. My dog started freaking out. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my god, that's gonna save me like an hour worth of cannon." I grabbed that bottle on on Death Mountain because I was like, "Oh, Silverless Master Sword is kind of tricky. I don't know if one potion is enough."
Yeah, that's kind of
Unfortunately, it looks like Kenny is doing Silverless Master Sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't get it. Oh no.
No, he got the silver
He got
arrows.
the silvers, he has no arrows.
Oh, that's brutal. He's gonna be really sad in like 3 seconds.
Yeah. So, we were watching when you finished Misery Mire, and we were expecting you to jump directly into Desert Palace, and then that didn't happen. So what happened there?
I had 4 pendants marked on my tracker. I don't usually check my map in the light world because I don't think it matters anymore. In V26, it's just the game's telling you where to go, follow the clues, and then once you get to Dark World, once you get some choices, that's when I decide to check my map. And I knew because of like the sounds from the dungeons that which dungeons that I have been in are crystals or pendants. Like, so when I saw the map in Dark World, I knew that all the light world crystals or dungeons were crystals, but I didn't finish clicking them on my tracker.
And Kenny's figured out that he has no arrows.
And he also missed the torch glitch too, so he's doing Silverless Ganon without the torch glitch. With
Whoa.
the Master Sword. This is gonna be hardcore right here, that's what this is. So, well, at least you had the wherewithal at one point to check your map again and be like, oh, right, I gotta go.
I was switching items and I saw that I only had 5 crystals. I actually make a point. That's why I don't check the map too. Is like I always just check to see if I have any red crystals. I've made a habit of that every time I check my map, so that way it's gonna click in. But it was a good seed. Mirror and Boots both relatively early. Time and item menu 304. I think that's my fastest ever.
That is amazing. Oh, Kenny fell.
Well, it gives Kenny the opportunity to go get some arrows.
Where is the best place to get arrows at this point?
I honestly don't know.
Honestly, don't have. I'm not sure where the best place to get them from at this point is either. Honestly,
Eastern? Like I don't know. Can you buy them from somewhere?
I believe so, but chat's actually calling out just grab shovel and start digging.
Bomb Hut in Kakariko.
Oh, there
that's
you
a
go.
good one.
Yeah, there you go.
But
he's gonna go grab some potions. Looks like.
Yeah, Vault says the same thing in there.
So he did find the red mail because he went into Palace of Darkness.
Wow. Oh,
So
that's
after you guys both finished nagging him, he decided to go to Palace of Darkness, where you decided to kind of go up towards northern Hylia.
Yeah. Did he get Aghanim before me? I put it off for like almost as long as I could.
I believe you get him first, but he was pretty much right behind you with it.
I checked everything but the one spot on the mountain because I was like, I flew it away and I was like, no, I'm like, if that's, I'm like, there's no way. Like, it has to be 2 items at this point. There's only 1 spot left. Like, statistically speaking, it's probably not going to happen. I guess there was a couple ways it could have, but
Now, was there a point that you figured out you were ahead?
I felt like I was executing very strongly. There was a couple mistakes. I don't remember them because I was really like focused and I just put them behind me. But no, I felt like unless if I made a big mistake. Oh, I think I was feeling ahead when I got Meyer Shed. And I was like, bing, bang, boom. Not a lot of people go there until they have, something that's relevant there.
Yeah, not to mention having the Cane of Samaria and the hammer just right there. That's
What a shed. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Oh man, that shed.
It took us a little while to realize, is he actually in Goma? I'm sitting there looking at the tracker, going through my head, trying to be like, okay, what else does he have to get? Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, yeah, but that's one of the most tricky things for me is that I don't pay attention to Go mode. I just like to play. And then I realized I'm in Go mode eventually. But today I was like right on it. I was very happy.
Right, the chat is remembering for us. Kenny actually checked Misery Mire before you did, but he didn't go up Death Mountain and didn't have the fire rod at that point.
Oh, so he was probably ahead at that point.
I'd say it was hard to say at that point, but once you checked those and just kind of started running through everything, he was still up Death Mountain trying to getting his fire rod.
Yeah, I was happy about the fire rod. I was like, this is great. I'm gonna go beat Moth. I hate, there was I think it was a qualifier that I got fire rod after checking Moth, because I always check Moth as soon as possible. Where I got the fire rod and I just had forgotten to go back and beat Moth. So I was like, I'm gonna beat him now and plan my moves ahead while I'm beating him, just so that way I don't do that again. Because I ended up going all the way to Ganon's Tower without beating Moth once. It was horrible.
Ooh, yes. I've definitely had that scene before where I've thought I've beaten everyone. I stand by Ganon's Tower and I'm sitting there like, game?
Do your thing. Did he do Moth as soon as he got to that side of Kakariko, or?
It was,
It was pretty close.
It's pretty close, yeah.
Okay, because I know most people not most people, it's like a split almost down the middle. A lot of people don't bother checking that area until later, until they have the fire rod, but I was like, I'm gonna do it, and if it does have something, I'll be really far ahead, and then I have boots.
I think we both pretty much went into Skull Woods right as you got over there, so. Which, of course, Skull Woods has the boots, because Skull Woods.
Yeah, it's V26 to Skull Woods.
Yeah, true story. That's how I feel about it.
Like, Skull Woods and Thieves Town, I mean, it doesn't really matter what they are. You might as well just go in and check them, because...
That's what I mean. Like, I didn't check my map until after I did those dungeons anyways. I was like,
right.
No. To me, those are just auto-completes.
And despite getting... both of you guys got Crystals 5 and 6 real early, did anyone actually check Pyramid Fairy?
I did not.
No. No one checked huge tracts of land.
Honestly, I think because we found everything too fast. Yeah, by the time they were... Oh, Kenny fell again.
Spoilers.
And still has no arrows.
Yeah.
Well,
apparently there are arrows in the shop over by that's the shop that's the Dark World equivalent of Potion Shop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cool. Didn't know that. I also didn't know until I was watching some other race that the bomb shop fills you up or something, or it gives you like 25. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a massive
Yeah,
amount.
it's some ridiculous number of bombs.
You should have a sign: most discounted bombs in Hyrule.
Right. At first, you're like, well, that cost me 100. I didn't get a lot because you normally show up with like a maximum capacity of 10 or 15.
I think I did a swordless yesterday where I was like, I got 2, like, hype cave, or south of Dark World Link's house. It used to be Hype Cave, formerly known as Hype Cave. I don't know.
I had the Titan
They
Smiths
called
this
it the
time.
redeemed. They call it the redeemed type cave in this seed, but I usually call it the cave of inevitable disappointment.
It's a nice name.
The cave formerly known as Hype, yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it was looking pretty bad, and then suddenly Titan Smiths like, oh, cool. So you guys found a sword pretty early. I guess that was probably a relief.
Yeah, well, there's only one. Oh, you mean the fighter sword? Yes, that was in the forest, I think.
Right. The thief drop down cave. Yeah,
I'm so bad at remembering things when it comes to randomizer.
it's okay. It was an hour or so ago, or 2 hours almost.
Yeah, when I do 2v2, my friends are like, "What'd you get?" And I'm like, "I don't remember."
Worst thing is we don't have a spoiler log, so we can't find out where the other swords were at.
I'm not sure. Well, I think.
So congratulations, man. Well done. Do you know when your next race is yet, or?
I believe this is my 3rd win, so I'm 3-1. Scudge is 3-0 right now. I'm assuming he's gonna win his next one because he's really good. So I think that means Scudge and I are gonna move on in my bracket.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the people that are in the just the secondary tournament, not even the primary tournament, is intimidating.
Yeah, there's some really good people in here.
I mean, isn't VTorp in the secondary?
Yep. I'm pretty sure that's correct. There's a few people that are 4-0 in the tournament, and I'm like, well, those guys are really good. Although our 3-1's pretty close.
Absolutely.
So I think there's 1 more week for people to finish their rounds, and then tiebreakers, and then brackets, I guess. So I can probably take a little bit of a break.
And Kenny gets torch glitch.
Oh,
That's
good.
really good.
Yay. Yeah, well, as I said, man, congratulations on your win. As you said, you're probably moving on. I don't think it's possible for you not to. So, congratulations and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go
Good luck to
celebrate
you,
with some of my casual viewers so I hope my voice won't be being used, or my sound won't be being used for the restream at this point.
And so, well, we are on Kenny, but
okay, perfect.
absolutely. So good luck, man. And everyone, again, make sure you give both our runners a follow. And again, man, thanks for letting us stream you like this.
Thanks. It was great having being restreamed. I love it. Thanks a lot.
No problem, man. Good luck to you.
No problem.
And so Kenny getting the torch glitch, and which is going to make this Ganon fight much easier. And as you can see, he's actually having a much better time of it already. So, serverless Ganon is made possible by doing a spin attack right as Ganon is teleporting. As long as your sword is hitting him as he's doing that, you will actually do damage to him when he fell off again. But that will allow that allows Ganon to actually take damage. It takes, and I actually with the gold sword, it's something like 11 or 12 hits. I actually don't know how many it is with the master sword, but it's a lot.
Yeah, I believe it's 12 with the gold, 24 with tempered, and...
Flaffy is telling us it's 24 with master, so...
No, Kenny did pick up silvers. He just doesn't have any arrows.
And really, because there's absolutely no reason to go into that store in the Dark World, it's hard. You'd be hard pressed to know that there's arrows in there. But as we said earlier, spinning with the Master Sword and Ganon is the only way to hit him with the Master Sword, because the Master Sword by itself doesn't do enough damage to register on Ganon. If you actually slash your sword and hit him with it, it will do nothing and just kind of bounce you off like he just parries you or something. Nice hookshot strats, though. Look at that. Getting around. Oh, nice. Got around all the bats there. Hookshotting does make you invincible for during the time you have your hookshot out, which is a great way of avoiding damage in multiple places in this game.
Like the dark room in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, exactly like that. Kenny doing the bat dance again. Oh, took a damage there. That's all right.
Kenny just having a rough time of this Ganon fight.
He's got it down. He's getting there. Those bats are never fun to try to dodge, though. Down to 3 hearts, though. I did not see if he still has any blue goo left.
Kenny playing it safe and not risking the getting caught in the fire circle. Beautiful use of hookshot strats, though.
Absolutely. He's dodging everything like crazy. This isn't dodgeball, it's dodge bat.
If you can dodge a bat, you can dodge a ball.
Flaffikin's reporting that he doesn't have any goo left, so... Oh, there we go. 3rd phase Ganon. Third phase Ganon, pretty much the easiest phase, so long as you can catch up with him like this. Stop teleporting all over the place, Ganon! Oh, gosh, that guy's such a jerk. Look at that. There we go. It's like he doesn't want you to hit him or something.
And
a successful torch glitch again. It's going to make this battle a lot more, well, with a lot more light on it. So again, serverless Ganon, when he teleports, you just gotta spin into it and he will take damage. It's like a 1-frame window, I believe. Might be 2, but I'm pretty sure it's just 1.
it is very tough to get set up correctly, though.
You've got to be at the right distance, you've got to be in the right position, and you gotta basically let go of your sword at the very right time.
But spin to win.
Chat's explaining that it is 1 frame, but the spin obviously helps a lot because your damage, your hitbox for your spin has more than 1 frame of damage to it. So, ooh, taking a hit from the fire bat. He doesn't have any more of those, so he's got to do the rest of this completely perfect. Oh no, Kenny! Hey, I thought he had it that time. That's all right. He's gonna get it this time.
I have every confidence.
Well, unfortunately, we're getting the sign that we actually need to move on to the next game, I believe. So, unfortunately, We're going to have to leave Kenny here. But guys, go follow him anyway. Go watch him and give him a cheer on as he finishes up Ganon here. But guys, again, follow our runners here. I want to give a shout out to our great and awesome tracker, Flaffykins. Thank you so much for tracking for us. Alvi, thank you so much for restreaming. I believe we're going to have Sailor Jade and what's it, Tater Shaman
and Sailor Jade.
They're going to be
next,
up next right here. Rematch for a tie, I'm being told. Oh my goodness. I think I'm just going to sit here and watch the rest of that. Guys, again, follow these runners. My co-commentator here, DM Stewart. Myself, OPT Lawyer. We're going to be signing out here. Thank you all for watching. Without you guys, we wouldn't even have a tournament. So thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We're out. Have a good night, everybody.
That has been OPT Lawyer. I have been DM Stewart 1981. Thanks for watching. Give these guys a follow. Give Flaffykins and Alvi a follow. And I am out of here for now.